it's the cliche answer. I don't have to come in every day and do the exact same thing. I know that that's cliche and we all talk about, but I think, most of us who are expert witnesses and do this type of work, there's a creative bug that you may not think about when you think about a CPA, but you got to think outside the box. You got to think about schemes. You got to think about being attacked as an expert witness. Where am I making a mistake so I don't that? So those types of people, they're different in that they just kind of stand out, meaning that when I see them, they're usually people that have a real passion that comes out for it. They're not slugging along with it. That's easy for me. I did not like being constrained. So what I didn't like in life, I've kind of removed by having my own practice, because I like being creative. Yes, you have to know your methodology backwards and forwards, but we can't be stuck in the mud. We have to continue to enhance ourselves and develop as a profession. And I feel like, that's kind of my role as a professional, not just for our community, but for my clients as well. My advice for anyone that wants to become anything in life is, number one, know what you're going to get into. Talk to people who do it. I was surprised and fortunate that when I was entering this profession to this day, it's a very close-knit community where there are individuals who are 30 plus years my age that I can call on. They will take you under your wing. I think, some people think that just because a lot of us are fast-paced and moving, we can be tough, or we talk a different language. You'd be pleasantly surprised at how much we value those types of relationships and how much any of us we're so passionate about our profession, we're just willing to let anyone talk to us about it. So I would say, talk to somebody, and then I would really figure out, what do you want to accomplish in life? Because if you know what you want to accomplish, there's pros and cons to every job that you're going to get into. Okay. And you're just going to have to accept that. So what's going to make you get up and what's going to get you going? Sometimes that takes a long time to figure out. So trying different things, not being stagnant, taking a leap of faith, it can be healthy for you. That's when you grow, is what I've found out. Being the owner of my own firm, building a firm when I had to, and recruiting people who I've seen help me develop, but they've gone on and they've had success in other avenues of life, within the profession or in other avenues of the profession. I think that is my proudest professional accomplishment. Oh man, that's a great question. So I think I would have to definitely sit down with one of them would be the Allman Brothers, because I'm a huge Southern rock fan, and I just got them. I think musicians have creativity and ingenuity that somebody like me will never understand, and I'm jealous of it. So I want to sit down and see how their brain works and how that's so different than my type of brain. I think if you listen to their guitar and you think of them speaking or whatever, it's some of the most genius stuff ever produced. The second person that I would want to sit down with, I think it would be Ben Franklin. And again, that's a cliche answer, but man, he just invented so much stuff. And to be able to sit down and talk to somebody who went different directions and try and understand why, or what was making them tick, what motivated them. When I see somebody with that many accomplishments, I just think understanding their motivations, there's a lot to be learned from that. And then the third person, I don't think it's necessarily a person, but it's probably, there's a list of them. You know, I could think about Martin Luther King. I could think about Abe Lincoln. I could think about, you know, a Native American Indian chief. I think about those people going through like extremely difficult times where more than one set of eyes, not just their own eyes, because they've been to rise to those power positions, they obviously are fully aware of what their responsibilities, but when they have the world's eyes on them and how they manage that and how they then not only manage those pressures, but then they are able to still do the job. I think sitting down, you know, with any individual, man or woman, you know, Rosa down with somebody like that who had to go through that experience, right? Like done that, right? So again, there's lessons to be learned. I face and stepped out, right? So that's that. I'm a huge rap music fan. I don't think a lot of people realize that, but like I grew up, you know, in the late 90s and in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. So, you know, Goody Mob and Outkast, like those were my jams. I don't think people at first blush would know that about me, that I can recite those just like I can recite Rambling Man. Number one, you can go to www.shiltscpa.com and we have a form on there that goes right into our office. You can also reach out to admin@shiltscpa.com and they can look at getting the consultation scheduled up for you. You know, my firm, we like to plan really well. We like to know what the issues are so we can give the right service for our clients. So we're big on making sure that we have intake forms. When that client sits down with me, I'm not just asking them what their name is. I'm already fully aware of some of the issues in the matter and where I think I can be helpful so we can have that collaborative discussion on helping form a resolution. I would also encourage anyone to visit our LinkedIn page, as well as visit my LinkedIn page, Josh Shilts, who you can find on LinkedIn.